AFC demands dorm law answers to sexting scandal. Onika Pompey charged for derogatory Facebook post. 19-year-old woman busted with 37 pounds of ganja. And staircase collapse at Friedenhoop is a sign of bigger issues. I am Enrico Bulford, and this is Uncut News. If you see news happening, send us a tip on WhatsApp at 592-659-6151. Dildo Dorm Lol is being accused of showing a woman his ding-dong. The women's arm of the Alliance for Change has written an open letter to the president calling for an immediate investigation into allegations of predatory and improper behavior from the local government minister. One young woman claims that after she clicked like on a post, she started getting direct messages, allegedly from Dorm Lol himself. She then claimed that within days of the conversation, he sent her explicit photos and invited her to visit a hotel where the minister was reportedly staying during a recent visit to New York. Then he invited her to come to Georgetown to stay with him at Sleep In. The whole experience had left the woman feeling violated and slightly traumatized, so she told her mother about it, who spoke to an official in the AFC, and that now brings us to today. So the president and Dorm Lol have yet to speak on the allegations. So crime counter. Last time I checked, he's assaulted 2 individuals with a gun on 2 different occasions for talking to his wife, and now he's committing cybercrimes against vulnerable young women. But I'm pretty sure, as always, nothing will come of these accusations. Why are we not doing anything about it? While one politician is likely to not face trial for his alleged cybercrime, local beautician Onika Pompey was again brought before the courts for her rude Facebook posts. Today, she was released on $200,000 bail for allegedly making a derogatory post against singer Kwesi Ace Edmondson between October 29th and November 8th, 2021. Pompey pleaded not guilty to the charge. She was ordered to report to the gender-based unit at the Bricktown police station twice a month and will be back in court April 27th. Side note, Pompey is actually a major reason why adult toys were legalized in Guyana. Pompey's complaints on Facebook about the government seizing a shipment of toys she had imported caught the attention of multiple media outlets, which eventually got the government's attention, and now we are here. Life is funny like that sometimes. This morning, one of the staircases at the Friedenhoop Stelling collapsed. According to Minister within the Ministry of Public Works, Theodot Indar, it gave way as a result of overcrowding. But many commuters took to social media to complain of the state of the Stelling and how this has inconvenienced them. Indar said that the ministry is in discussions with a contractor to execute urgent repairs to these steps. A family of 7 is now homeless after their 3-year-old child accidentally set fire to their home in Claremont, West Coast Police this morning. The owner, 22-year-old Sunita Ramatar, said her husband left the home for work, and shortly after, she left for the clinic at Rosignol, leaving 3 of her children and her father-in-law at home. Well, 30 minutes later, she learned that one of her children had found a lighter and lit a mattress. The home was gutted in the ensuing fire. Fortunately, no one was injured by the blaze. Now it's time to tell you about Best Buy's car of the day. Currently on sale is this 2014 Audi Q3. It comes with Bluetooth, mag rims, new tires, TV, CD, stereo, fog lamp, electronic parking brakes, back camera, and much, much more. Buy cash for $5.6 million, or pay down as low as $1,120,000 down, with around $108,000 monthly for 5 years, and it is yours. Call or WhatsApp 662-0844 for more info, or visit the showrooms at Lot 171 Bitter Street, Queenstown, or Lot 2 Lamar Street, and tell Amiga sent you for this sweet deal. Today, 19-year-old Anasia McAllister was remanded to jail for drug trafficking. The court was told that on the 26th of March, the cops searched her home in Georgetown and found over 37 pounds of marijuana in 2 brown boxes under her bed. McAllister was refused bail and will make her next court appearance on the 14th of April. Now, I could be wrong, but something tells me this is way bigger than just a 19-year-old girl. Unless you're trying to tell me that she's actually some queen pin or something, but come on, we all know somebody involved in this. The cops are currently searching for a man after they discovered a barrel full of ganja in the man's house. 3 pounds of ganja they supposedly found while they were investigating a report of threatening behavior on Monday night. The cops said that the man's sister-in-law reported him to the police, but when they got to the house, they supposedly just smelled the ganja and followed their noses to a barrel on the veranda. The search was conducted around 11 p.m., while no one was at home, and the police did not state whether they even had a warrant to do so. 27-year-old farmer Young Williams and 61-year-old chef Likey Kramer are both nursing injuries at the Camarang Public Hospital following a drunken altercation between the two at Ramadan Village, Upper Mazzaroni. Police said both men are being investigated for alleged unlawful wounding. According to the police, Williams and Kramer are known to each other, and at the time of the incident on Sunday, they were both drunk. They ended up getting into a heated argument whilst drunk, which escalated into a fight, which ended with Williams getting stabbed, and Kramer knocking the old man in the head with a piece of wood and then breaking his arm. Both men are currently hospitalized in a stable condition. Who said luxury can't be affordable? Move into your own home in 2022. The Norris Estates West Coast MRR properties are within your reach. Move out of the landlord's place and put that rent money towards your own 5,000 square foot property. Call or WhatsApp 592-618-5702 for more info. The police have arrested a 28-year-old man who they accused of having stolen 8 pairs of security lights and 8 pairs of solar panels, which were installed by the Ministry of Business at a business place on the East Coast. The theft occurred between Monday night and Tuesday morning at Fanta Foods. The cop said that on Tuesday morning he was actually caught in the act by the shop owner, but he ran away. Soon after, the cops came and searched the area where they found him with 2 solar panels in his possession. He is currently in police custody. Now for today's oil update. CGX said they will be drilling at the Way 1 prospect in the quarantine block starting in May and up until August. The drilling campaign is estimated to cost approximately US $93 million, all of which would be cost recoverable if they strike oil. They also said the drilling program may be extended if they strike oil. The site of the proposed Way 1 well is approximately 200 kilometers northeast of Georgetown in the Atlantic Ocean. The area is bordered by the Starbrook and Kanaku block on the north and west respectively, and Suriname on the east. You can multiply your cash by selling digital top-up. This is a legit way you can earn some extra money at your business or to supplement your current hustle. Become a top-up vendor quick and easy by linking with Cellular Plus. Call them on telephone number 685-3109 for more info. You know what I think is stupid? We are the land of many waters, and we have terrible marine safety practices. Today, the staircase at the Vreden Hoop Stelling collapsed during low tide, severely hampering the movements of hundreds, if not thousands of commuters from Region 3. This stelling has been there since before independence, and from the looks of it, no one has maintained it, nor the depth around it in the harbour since then. What confuses me even more is, why are we spending hundreds of millions of Guyana dollars on high-quality concrete modern stellings at Bartica, Laguana, and Supernan, when our most heavily trafficked stellings at Georgetown and Vredenhoop are literally rotting away? I mean, now, no, not to disparage the good folks of those communities I mentioned, but is that really an efficient use of our national taxpayer money? Now they have to sole source a contract to fix the structure immediately because of the importance of said structure. Draw whatever conclusion you like from it. But before you go and say I'm blaming this all on the current administration, just know that multiple administrations have passed and let this structure rot away right before their eyes. I'm not interested in the reasons why, because for politicians, the word reasons is just a fancy word for excuses. Long story short, the government needs to fix this situation before it claims more lives and more money. It is not difficult. I'm no marine safety expert, but I can tell you that all they need to do is enforce the laws on the books, and if they are bad, research similar countries and solve the problems, and find out which solution works, and then adapt it to make sense to Guyana. Because the current situation is pretty stupid. Now for our Uncut News Views Poll question of the day. Every day we pose a question about current events in Guyana, the region, the diaspora, and how you feel it relates to us. Yesterday's question was, should the refinery be state-owned or otherwise? Vishal C. Mungal says they should be part of the oil refinery because they will have an input on how it runs. Indeed. Joe Greeland says, why can't they have a state-owned refinery? I'm pretty sure that will benefit every country better. Well, it's honestly a mixed bag. And finally, Andy Anderson says, yes, the government is lazy and that is why they want the private sector to build the oil refinery. However, I think that it should be a partnership. Both parties put half the money to build it. They both agree on a set wage for employees that would ensure revenue is generated. Indeed, I also like the idea of a private-public partnership on the matter. So, with that being said, now for tonight's question. Minister Ben says that he wants to clamp down on police while running side hustles. Do you think this is a good idea, or should they change the law to allow them to help make ends meet on their own? I want you to think about that question. Tell us in the comments below. If your response is good enough, we just might feature it in our next episode. Anyway, that's all the time we have for tonight, and check us out tomorrow for another. Until then, I'm Rico Bulford saying good night, folks.